Welcome back with another video on tryhackme.com. This is Zahin Nazir and we are doing Windows Fundamentals 2. As you can see, it will take 30 minutes to complete it. I already started my tag box and WinFun 2 version 1.0. So in Windows Fundamental 2, we will do in part 2 of the Windows Fundamentals module. Discover more about system configuration, UAC user account configuration or control settings, resource monitoring, the Windows Registry, and more. Okay, so hopefully it will take less than 30 minutes, but since we go into the details of everything, it may take more than 30 minutes for us here. Okay, so either you can just go directly to the machine itself, or you can remote desktop it, as you can see from here. That means if you need to remote desktop it, you can do it from the attack box. I will just use the Windows, which is directly available within the browser here. All right. Accept the certificate. We have virtually completed the first one. Just start the machine. You're done with the task 1. Okay, system configuration. The system configuration utility msconfig is for advanced troubleshooting, and its main purpose is to help diagnose startup issues. Reference the following document here. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, how to use the system configuration utility to troubleshoot configuration error. Okay. For more information on the system configuration utility, there are several methods to launch system configuration. One method is from start menu. Okay, we can search about system configuration, and here it is. Okay, here we go. No, you need local administrator rights to open this utility. The utility has 5 tabs across the top. Below are the names for each tab. We will briefly cover each tab in this task. We have general, boot, services, startup, and tools. Let's go through each. We have general, normal, startup, diagnostic, and service, selective, load system services, load startup items, and use original boot configuration. Then we have boot itself. Here is the boot setting. It will not timeout. It is 0. All other options are not selected, and this is the default OS, and these are the services. Then we have startup, nothing is there. Then we have a lot of tools that are available here. Okay, so let's continue from here. The general tab, we can select what devices and services for Windows to load upon boot. The options are normal, diagnostic, and selective. Okay, yeah, this is what we see here. And then the boot itself. The boot tab, we can define various boot options for operating system. The services tab lists all services configured for the system regardless of their state, running or stopped. A service is a special type of application that runs in the background. Okay. In the startup tab, you won't see anything interesting in the attached VM. Below is a screenshot of the startup tab for msconfig from my local machine. Okay. As you can see, Microsoft advises using Task Manager, Task MGR, to manage, enable, disable startup items. The system configuration utility is not a startup management program. Note, if you open Task Manager for the attached VM, you will notice that the Task Manager does not show startup tab. There is a list of various utilities tools in the tools tab that we can run to configure the operating system further. There is a brief discussion of each tool to provide some insight into what the tool is for here. Notice the selected command section. The information in this text box will change per tool. Okay, select one. So this is the command it will run. WinVar. Okay, this is about window. We have covered this one, I think, briefly in part 1. Just check it out. I will also put a reference to that video here. The information in this text box will change as per the tool. To run a tool, we can use the command to launch the tool via the run prompt command prompt or by clicking the launch. Let's click on launch, and this is the tool. Okay. What is the name of the service that lists system internals as manufacturer? Tool or service, man? System internals. Either we can go and try to find it here, which I don't think so we will be able to. Or system properties, system internals, system information, system internals. Okay, let's check it out from here. Find system in internals. Actually, we don't know which services they are talking about. Maybe let's go with this one, ms info xc, and let's launch it before we. Yeah, this is the same one. Come on. Okay, without xc, maybe. What is the name of the service that lists systems internals as the manufacturer? As the manufacturer. msconfig. This is what I do. Third method, launch the system configuration. Start menu. System internal. We actually don't know what the or. Okay, let's sort it out. This is A, and this is system main. Sysmain. We have others as well. So really, I don't know how to see that. This main. No. I don't know really. Let me search it in a browser and let's see if we'll find something on the internet. I'm looking at the internet to see if I will be able to find it. It is msconfig or what? Wait a moment. Let's try this one maybe. No, it's not msconfig. What about as the manufacturer? Oh, okay. Wait. here. It is be shut down. Okay. I think I was not able to understand the question here. What is the name of the service? In the services tab, let it list the system internals as manufacturer. Okay. Home is the Windows license register to. Okay. Maybe it will be in the here. To Windows user. Windows user. This is clear. What is the command for Windows troubleshooting? Windows troubleshooting. Here you go. So let me copy paste this. Hopefully this will work out. Yep. What command will open the control panel? The answer is the name of the exe, not the full path. Control panel. This is task manager. This is msconfig. Wait a moment. Let's see if we have control panel here. Task manager. Control panel. Computer management. Change user. I'm not sure. What command will open the control panel? What about this one? Windows troubleshooting computer management system internal event programs, app-based CPL, system properties. What about this one? Yeah, this is control panel. Maybe control.exe. Yeah, okay. Task 3, change UAC, user account control. Okay. We are continuing with the tools that are available through the system configuration panel. User account control was covered in great detail in Windows Fundamental 1. The UAC settings can be changed or even turned off entirely, not recommended. You can move the slider to see how the settings will change. UAC settings or UAC setting, and Microsoft stance on the settings. Okay, let's launch it again. No, not this one. UAC. Here we go. So this is the current setting. Notify me only when the apps try to make changes to my computer. Default, don't notify me when I make changes to Windows setting. Recommended if you use familiar apps and visit familiar website. Always notify me. Apps try to install software or make changes to my computer. I make changes to Windows setting. Recommended if you routinely install new software and visit unfamiliar website. This is true for me. Okay, so recommended, and this is this setting current is not recommended, as you can see here, and this is also not recommended. So you can go with this option, which is already selected, or you can increase it to always notify. Right. What is command to open user account control setting? The answer is the name of the exe file, not the full path. Okay. Here we go. Paste. Awesome. Okay. Task 4, computer management. Let's see what we have here. We are continuing with tools that are available through the system configuration panel. The computer management COMPMGMP utility has three primary sections: system, tools, storage, and services and application. Okay. So this is computer management. Let's open this up. Okay, here we go. System tools. Let's start with the task scheduler. Per Windows, the task scheduler, we can create and manage common tasks that our computer will carry out automatically at the times we specify. A task can run an application or script, and task can be configured to run at any point. A task can run at login or at log off. Task can also be configured to run on a specific schedule, for example, every 5 minutes. To create a basic task, click create basic task. Sure. So this is the create basic task. I clicked on it. Next is the event viewer. Okay, event viewer. Here we go. We have some events already here, and it is reading some events for some of the files. And here we go. We have all the events here. Okay. Event viewer allows us to view events that have occurred on the computer. These records of the events can be seen as an audit trail that can be used to understand the activity of the computer system. This information is often used to diagnose problems and investigate action executed on the system. All right. These are custom view, these are Windows, and these are application, and source is security. SPP, successfully scheduled software protection service. Okay, or something. Okay, so the event viewer has 3 panes. The pane on the left provides a hierarchical tree listing of the event log provider as shown in the image above. The pane in the middle will display a general overview and summary of the event specific to a selected provider. Third one is the pane on the right is the action pane. As you can see here, there are 5 types of events that can be logged. Below is a table from the doc.microsoft.com. You can click on it and try to see what they have. Let me close the existing one, providing a brief description for each. Let's continue. The following table describes the 5 event types used in event logging. First one is error, warning, information, success audit, and failure audit. Okay. Error, an event that indicates a significant problem such as loss of data or loss of functionality. For example, if a service fails to load during startup, an error event is logged. Warning, an event that is not necessarily significant but may indicate a possible future problem. For example, when disk space is low, a warning event is logged. If an application can recover from an event without loss of functionality or data, it can generally classify the event as a warning event. Okay, information. An event that describes the successful operation of an application, driver, or service. For example, when a network driver loads successfully, it may be appropriate to log an information event. Note that it is generally inappropriate for a desktop application to log an event each time it starts. Okay. Success audit, an event that records an audited security access attempt that is successful. For example, a user's successful attempt to log on to a system is logged as a success audit event. Failure audit, an event that records an audited security access attempt that fails. For example, if a user tries to access a network drive and fails, the attempt is logged as a failure audit event. Okay. The standard logs are visible under Windows logs. Below is a table from the doc.microsoft.com. We have application, we have security, we have system and custom logs. We have application with security, we have set up, we have system, and forwarded logs. We have custom view as well. Application contains event logged by applications. For example, a database application might record a file error. The application developer decides which events to record. Security contains events such as a valid and invalid login attempts. as well as events related to this resource use, such as creating, opening, or deleting files or other objects. An administrator can start auditing to record events in the security log. Then we have system, contains events logged by system components such as failure of a driver or other system components to load during startup. Okay. We have custom logs, contains events logged by application that create a custom log. Using a custom log enables an application to control the size of the log or attach ACLs for security purposes without affecting other applications. Okay. For more information about event viewer and event logs, please refer to the Windows event log room. Okay. Let's continue. Shared folder is where you will see a complete list of shares and folders shared that other can connect to. Okay. Let's see. By the way, share folders are usually are not recommended, since if you are running it on SMB 1.0 or 2.0 or less than 3.0, 3.0 is secure one, and if you are running it on 3.0 or with some kind of encryption, that is the way to go. Otherwise, all other SMB protocols are vulnerable. In the above image, under shares or the default share of the window, C dollar. Yeah, we have it here. And default remote administrator shares created by Windows, such as admin and then dollar. As with any object in Windows, you can right click on a folder to view its properties, such as permissions, who can access the shared resources. Under sessions, you will see a list of users who are currently connected to the shares. In this VM, you won't see anybody connected to the shares. Okay, but first, let's see. This has been shared for administrative purposes. The share permission and file security cannot be set. Okay. All right. Local users and groups section. You should be familiar with the Windows Fundamental 1 because it's lusermgr.msc. This is what we have covered before. In the performance, you will see the utility called performance monitoring. Yeah, this one we already covered in one of the videos. Just go check it out. The first part of the Windows Fundamental. This is the performance. You will see a utility called performance monitor, perfmon. We call it perfmon. Perfmon is used to view performance data either in real time or from a log file. This utility is useful for troubleshooting performance issues on a computer system, whether local or remote. Okay. So this is a big one, right? Okay. Device manager. A device manager allows us to view and configure the hardware, such as disabling any hardware attached to the computer. So this is a very nice view to see all your devices here. Storage. Under storage is Windows Server Backup. The first one is the backup. There are utilities available that you will typically not see in Windows 10. Here we go. Only 9 GB is free, and then we have system reserved for, I think, backup and recovery or something. For recovery, I think, which is 549 MB. Okay, out of which 115 MB is free, which is around 21%. All right. Disk management is a system utility in Windows that enables you to perform advanced storage tasks. Some tasks are set up a new drive, extend a partition, shrink a partition, assign or change a drive letter. Okay. If you have used Windows XP, so you are already familiar with this, because while installing the Windows, you usually create your partition and tells that okay, which partition will have how many GBs capacity. Okay, so based on your configuration, all of this information will be available after Windows is installed. Okay, I can see that there is a disk 1 and disk 0 and disk 1, and disk 1 is offline. Maybe we can do something about it. All right, let's continue. Services and applications. So this is the last tab that we have. Okay, it have routing and remote services and WMI control. Recall from the previous task, a service is a typical type of a special type of application that runs in the background. Here you can do more than enable and disable a service, such as view the properties of service. Okay, so this is, for example, let's see what we have here. This is ActiveX one, kind of same window but different information. Okay, let's continue. WMI control configures and control the Windows management instrumentation service. Per Wikipedia, the WMI allows scripting languages such as VBScript or Windows PowerShell to manage Microsoft Windows personal computers and servers, both locally and remotely. Microsoft also provides a command line interface to WMI called Windows Management Instrumentation Command Line. Okay, WMIC tool is deprecated in Windows 10 version 21H1. Windows PowerShell supersedes this tool for WMI. Okay, awesome. What is the command to open computer management? Computer management, we open it with comp mgmt. Okay, so let's copy and paste here. At what time every day is the Google update task machine UAC task configured to run? Okay. What time each day? Which one we are looking for? UA. Okay, so the time 6:15 a.m. 6:15 a.m. I hope I'm right. Okay, what is the name of the hidden folder that is shared? Hidden folder that is shared. Maybe this one. How we will know? Yeah, there is no description for it. Maybe this is the folder we are looking for. Okay, information. Only read with everybody. Let's try this. Awesome. So we have completed from task 1 to task 4. Once we come back, we're gonna start the task 5 and rest of the task. Thank you guys for joining me on this journey. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. If you have any suggestion or anything about the video, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.